So, vulnerability. Vulnerability has been a topic for generations. And I mean a topic for generations. And it's going to be a topic for generations to come. A lot of us, especially men, grew up in homes where they were taught not to be vulnerable. They were taught that being vulnerable is a weakness. It means they're weak when they show emotions. A lot of men were taught that. And also some women too. That being strong, people will not take advantage over you. People will not, mistreat you. But even with being strong, most people will still mistreated. But the reason why that knowledge was passed down was because a lot of our parents lacked emotional intelligence. A lot of them lacked emotional intelligence. A lot of parents in those days or back in the day believed that their way of showing love was just providing financially to their children. So a lot of children grew up knowing that being emotional or showing emotion is actually a problem. I had someone told me one time how the way I handle my son, he is gonna grow up to not really be a strong man. And I looked at them and I'm like, okay, first of all, what you guys call discipline was actually bullying that came from the trauma that our parents carried. Well, and was passed down to you parents these days who don't understand what emotional intelligence is. You operate in your ego and think that that was the best way to raise a child. You transfer your anger, you transfer your resentment, you transfer your bitterness, you transfer your lack of emotion to your children, and you force them to not feel their own emotion. And even when they felt that emotion, it was a problem to you all. It was a problem. I teach my children. Yeah, they will do something and I will yell at them. I will smack them. But guess what? The next minute they are coming, Mom, I love you. And guess what? I hold my kids and I embrace them and I tell them how much I love and I care about them. But you know what happened in those days? Or even in some homes now? Children will be disciplined, as we call it, because that is what we disguise we disguise bullying as discipline. Oh yes, society normalize bullying as discipline. If you guys don't know it, that's exactly what it is. What some of you parents do, you bully your children because you lack emotional intelligence. You lack emotional intelligence. A child will do something and you will scorn that child with insults, with beating and everything. And even when that child is crying and coming closer to you, what you're doing is pushing that child away. Like, I mean, come on. Where is your empathy? Where is your humanity? Like, where is your empathy? Where is it? And you wake up and say you're disciplining a child. How about you learn emotional intelligence for you to understand that what you're doing is bullying that child? Because what you have done has kept a lot of children to not be able to express their emotions to you freely. Has kept children in positions where, as young as they are not able to open up. They hold in emotions, and that emotions start getting trapped in their bodies and start manifesting as depression, anxiety. All of this nonsense that science has given names to. depression, anxiety, PTSD, all of those things. Simply because children are not raised to fully express what they are truly feeling. Emotion is a part of you. So if you're telling me not to express my emotion because, oh, I might be disrespecting you because you're an adult. Meanwhile, you as an adult are supposed to have the knowledge to understand that I have feelings that needs to be expressed. Obviously, there's a problem. Obviously, there's a problem. And that is what a lot of you parents are doing. You will scorn your children for trying to express something that you as an adult is supposed to know better. But what you do is bully them and claim you're disciplining them. What you're doing is operating in your own ego. You're operating in your ego because you think that is the best way to go about things. The day that parents learn to start being vulnerable with their children, believe me when I tell you, those children will grow up completely different from how most of you were raised. Most of you were raised in homes that your parents believe that love, what you call love, is buying you things. Instead of sitting down with you, talking to you, and listening to how you feel about things. When a child want to cry, they say, oh, don't cry, you're a man. Men don't cry. Like, who the fuck told you that? Who told you that? And you're watching a man grow up to treat his own children or his own women because that man is not able to express how he truly feels. He gathers everything in. Then society normalizes it as, men have a lot of things they are going through. That's why they are not able to express them. Why are you not able to express your mind? Why are you not able to be you? Which means you're living a fake life. You can't be true. If you are not able to speak that truth, how in the world do you want someone to truly know you? How? And some of these things came from your backgrounds. Keep repeating generational curses that your ancestors have chosen you to break. And you keep repeating this generational nonsense. Then you define it as, oh, a child is not active. A child is this. A child is that. Have you given that child room to express how they feel about things to you? Have you given them room? Because if you do, I don't think anybody will be afraid to actually speak their truth. I was raised like that until I started finding my voice to speak whatever I have held on for years. And guess what? It challenged a lot of people because they didn't know me in that way. They knew me to be the yes sir, yes ma'am, while I was dying inside. And I said, enough of that shit. Enough of it. I will express my emotion in whichever way it comes out, baby. That's up to you how you want to deal with it. But that emotion will be expressed. Stop bullying your children and calling it discipline. Stop it. That is the reason why a lot of these children, as they grow older, they want to grow out to people who they don't even know. Because they feel more comfortable and more loved by people that they don't know, instead of feeling that love and comfort in their own homes. And you think you're doing well as a parent. Check yourself. Just because you were raised in a certain way doesn't mean that you cannot break the generational curses that your ancestors and your mothers and fathers did. You can do it differently. And stop repeating cycles in the name of, oh, I'm an adult, I know better. Obviously you don't, because if you knew better, then you should use wisdom to govern your children, and not your ego, not your pride. In the name of, I'm a parent, I provide. What do you provide? What do you provide? Because what a child actually needs is that unconditional love, is that emotional support. To be able to freely come to you and say, I'm going through this thing, I need help. But most children can't even do that because they are so afraid to open up to you. And you think you're doing well as a parent. No. Check yourself.